All right, if you are a duck hunter, a good pair of waders is extremely important. And I am currently using the MinnDak Slough Dawg waders by TIDEWE. They are the real deal. Kind of awesome. We are going on a little adventure walk though, so I've already got my limit this morning, and so I just want to show you what kind of things I'm doing to test these out. I don't like giving reviews of things just straight out of the box because you just don't know how they're going to hold up. And these have done really well. I've had a lot of different waders, neoprene waders, which tend to be way too hot. The really like canvas, I don't even know what they're made out of, like it's like a canvas type stuff. And those also really hot, even when they're uninsulated, they're really hot. And they seep, both of those do. So if I stand out in the marsh for an hour, I mean, sometimes I'll hunt just like this. So I am standing in a bunch of wild rice right now, and I might stand there for 3 hours where I'm in that water the whole time. And when I take those off, my pants are wet, my socks are wet, everything's seeping in. And this early season when it's hot, it's not a huge deal, so never really worried about it. But when we get to late season, there's ice on the water, that's a big deal. You do not want to be wet. And these, I stood at my belt buckle for 20 minutes waiting to see. I was trying to see if the zipper would leak on me at all, and it did not. I'm super impressed. Also impressed with just how well they fit and how easy it is for me to go on my adventures. So this is where I went. Oh gosh. So I went crawling through the button brush here because my buddy had shot a duck. It came down, was over in here, so I was getting the dog over here, and I kind of wanted to go to the other side and jump some ponds over that way. And so I went crawling through all these sticks, getting stabbed, poked, all this stuff, and they've held up through that. So it's pretty awesome. It should show you my neoprene waders have stabs and scratches and stuff in those too. Same thing from doing this kind of stuff, but I'm impressed with how these are holding up. Whew. What's the Judas? They're so light. Like when I first got them, the boots feel really heavy and clunky, but I think the rest of it is so lightweight, just like nothing. And then the boots fit pretty nice on my feet, around my ankle and everything, and so it's really easy to walk around. A couple more things that we need to test yet, so we're gonna go do that. All right, so here's kind of the last thing I need to test with these waders, and that is, I know it's super windy today, but is putting toilet paper in the zipper pockets to see how waterproof they are. Now I actually did this already, but I went too deep above the top of the zipper, and they definitely, I guess you have to see what happens there. But I also put water over the top of my waders because the tops of the zippers are near the top of the waders, so that's a risky situation to begin with. Oh!
Coming in the back.
It came in the back! Oh, that feels nice. Running right down, you know where. So here I'm gonna go just halfway up the zipper, see if they leak. We'll give it 60 seconds to see how they do. Let's do it. Alrighty. Toilet paper in the zipper pockets. Better zip them both up. And we are going to submerge ourselves down to halfway up. So we know that they leak through the very tops, which is what I kind of assumed would happen to begin with. It's been over a minute. Let's see. Well, it's mostly dry, but it has a little dampness to it. That's interesting. Okay. And the same deal. So it's got some dry spots, but definitely some damp spots to it. So what that tells me is definitely with the pocket. So I've been keeping my phone in there the whole time, which is fine. Most of the time I'm not going that deep anyway, but something you definitely need to be cautious of with those pockets. Now there's actually a pocket on the inside here. So in here, so that's where my phone's gonna go now. So that's good. Learn some stuff. I do not like to do reviews straight out of the box like a lot of people do. And that is because I really want to know how they work in the field. And so I've been using these now for a few weeks, and gotta say I'm liking them a lot. So what I've got the MinnDak Slough Dawg waders by TIDEWE. And so I've been trying those out. They're a breathable wader. They have a 1,200 gram boot, which I was worried about in the beginning because it was hot opening weekend. It's a lot cooler now, a couple weeks later. And I was worried I'd get really, really hot. And yeah, my feet were warm, but no hotter than it was in old insulated other types of waders. So that was kind of awesome. What surprised me anyway with it. So one of the things I really like about it is the zipper. Just the fact that you have this, okay? So I can zip that down for getting on and off. If I'm hot, I can air out a little bit. It's really, really nice, okay? And I'm surprised at how waterproof that is. So I've sat down in deep water for over 20 minutes and never had that come through. One of the downsides to these waders are these other pockets, which actually I love the pockets. There's pockets on the side that are just fleece lined for being warm. And then pockets in the front here, which actually right now I've got my earplugs in there, and I've got my phone on this side. These are not truly waterproof. So we tested those out as well. So there we go. And I still keep my phone in there because water will seep in slowly. If you get all the way to the top of the zipper, water goes in fast. And you get quite a bit of water in your pockets then. So something to be careful of. Now, if you're going out that deep, you're not usually doing that for more than a few seconds. You're reaching to get a decoy or whatever. So it's not necessarily a huge deal. And I really wouldn't even consider it a complaint because I'm waist deep is about as deep as I typically try to go. You know, if you've been in waders, you don't want to be going too deep. You don't want to fall over, all sorts of things like that. Not gonna be good. So if you're looking for some waders, these breathable waders by TIDEWE are kind of awesome. Padded knees. I adventure walk I go through all sorts of crazy stuff, hiking around in them, and it's been great. The boots fit nice, awesome. All right, so a couple other things I maybe didn't mention, but things I like. So typically I have a bandolier hooked on here onto these D-rings, which is great. So I have shells accessible right there. There is a fully waterproof pocket inside, or one that's inside the waders for cell phones, so in there. So if you are gonna be out deep, you would definitely wanna use that pocket instead of these outer ones. But I typically just use these outer pockets is fine. This latch system is another thing that I really, really like that I didn't realize, because my other ones have a buckle, and you have this big clunky buckle here. And it's easy, but it's kind of annoying, but it's this. And so you can resize it this way and get that baby on there. So I do it on the inside so it tucks the excess down in. I am only 5'8", maybe only 5'7.5". And so I have them on the smallest setting, and it's still kind of loose, but the belt makes a big difference, so it's been okay. I do wish they could tighten those a little bit further, but it works pretty well. Not a big buckle there, so it's not in the way when you're shouldering a shotgun and any of that. So pretty sweet. Definitely loving these a lot. A lot. All right, ducks are flying. Bradley's with me. We're out in the marsh right now, and we're kind of waiting that afternoon away until that evening flight time. So we're gonna get back to it. Hopefully this helps you out. If you have questions about them, don't hesitate to post a comment, ask. I'll get back to you on it and let you know anything I can. They are not cheap waders or a cheap jacket, that's for sure. But you get what you pay for a lot of times, and so they are really, really nice. I'd highly recommend them. After a few weeks of use, definitely loving them. Oh, but I got myself stuck in the mud. The other thing I'm trying out is the FowlStorm Jacket, also TIDEWE. So that I have underneath of here right now. So if I pull this up, make sure my phone's zipped in there. Okay, this jacket is ridiculous. I love this jacket. So I can tighten the cuffs, so lots of room for getting over layers and that kind of stuff, and tighten those on there is awesome. It's fully waterproof, lots of pockets to use, and then it's just a shell. And so I was wearing this when it was super hot. I'm wearing it today, and it's 60 degrees out here right now. It's gonna get a little cooler tonight, and I can add a sweatshirt underneath of here, and I will be plenty warm. So it's really good for all season, which is fantastic. Everything functions really, really nice on it, and I really like the pattern on here too. I feel like it blends in really well with the areas that I hunt. So if you're looking for a waterproof hunting jacket for waterfowl hunting, definitely check this guy out. If you're looking for waders, definitely check out their Slough Dawg waders. They are legit. And I'll have a link down below so you can save a little money. And they have a lot of sales going on right now too, so use that link. Go check them out. If it's for you, awesome. Hope you have a good duck season. What's up everybody, Brian Baker here with Hunt Fish Camp. Oh gosh.